My goodness. Sabi niya, in the Philippines, most of the lawyers are used to dilatory tactics. Ikaw lang? Ano ba yung dilatory tactics, mga kabatas natin? Yan yung pariset ng pariset. Dito, mga kabatas natin, hindi nga dilatory tactic yan eh. Bakit? Kasi nga, nagbago ba yung calendar? Nagbago ba yung calendar nung nag-request sila na ma-inhibit yung mga judges? Hindi, di ba? Kasi nga, 6 months pang ikukulong si Digong. Paano naging dilatory tactic yan? Tapos sasabihin mo na dito sa Pilipinas, sabi niya, ano ba ang role ni Attorney Conti kasi meron sariling prosecution team ang ICC. Saling kit-kit lang yung si Conti. Hindi pa nga saling kit-kit, hindi pa nga kasali eh. Shoutcaster siguro to. Self-proclaimed assistant ko no. Ano yung ano yun? Sabi nila, Remulla, wala daw ebidensya.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Reaction na BP sa nagpapalik. Napakaganda ho ng pag-uusapan natin ngayon mga ka-update. Ito ngang si Conti na bunganyera. Mga ka-update, sinabihan ba naman ng dilatory tactics ang ginawa kay Pangulong Duterte o dinidelay ang kaso niya. Dito mga ka-update, nakikita naman po natin na matagal na ho itong ating Pangulong Duterte sa ICC at ilang buwan na nangangayayat na ho doon. Pinakita naman ho ni Pulong Duterte, Congressman Pulong, na nangangayayat na po talaga itong ating FPRRT. Dito naman mga ka-update, sinasabihan pa ba namang dinidelay pa ng kampo ni President Duterte o si Atty. Kopman ang kaso ni Pangulong Duterte. Ito naman si Atty. Libayan, mga ka-update, nagsalita na hindi dilatory tactics ang ginagawa ni Atty. Kopman. Kasi nga, mga ka-update, hindi naman napapalitan ang naging kaso o isinampa kay Pangulong Duterte na war on drugs. Dito mga ka-update, suplak ho itong si Conti kay Atty. Libayan. Kaya totoo rin ang sinabi nga ni Atty. Kopman na hindi talaga kinikilala itong si Conti sa ICC, kundi bungangera o marites lang. Mga update, pakinggan ho natin ang magiging pahayag ni Atty. Libayan patungkol dito.
Nagsasabi na wala daw ebidensya, nothing. Naalala nyo kahapon mga kabatas natin, di ba? Sabi nila nothing. Wala pang ebidensya, di ba? Sabi ni Atty. Claire Castro, walang ebidensya kasi daw sinira yung ebidensya. Ni police report, wala daw, sabi ni Secretary Rumilla. Ano yung sabi ni Atty. Conti? 1,000 sheets. 1,000 sheets! Let's do this! Dito sa ito, ANC, mga kabats natin. Let's go.
Court. The plenary of judges has explained its decision to junk the request of Duterte's lawyers to disqualify 2 judges from the case. For more on that story, we're now joined by ICC Assistant to Counsel, Attorney Cristina Conti.
Ito yung sa
Attorney Conti, welcome to the program. Thanks for joining us today.
Yes, good afternoon, Carmina.
All right, so the plenary of judges explaining their decision to reject the defense request to
hindi yan yung gusto natin.
Upon by the judges, then they cannot proceed to decide on a related.
Tapos na ito. Kasi ito mga kabatas natin, yung issue dito, yung pinapa-inhibit nila o pinapa-disqualify nila yung 2 judges na meron ng prejudice dun sa kaso ni Duterte. Di ba? Ngayon, mga kabatas natin, hindi na pinayagan yon.
An arising issue in a sense that they would want new judges for
Okay, wala na yan.
wanted another result, a result to the opposite of what happened. I mean, clearly it was within the realm of possibilities, right, when they requested this. But what does this mean now to the defense, given that this was the explanation of the judges? Do you see this as a setback, or this was par for the course? This was all part of what some experts and observers have called dilatory tactics?
Well, I would say this is par for the course. In the Philippines, most especially, most of the lawyers are used to dilatory tactics, and so you begin with a saving.
Ikaw lang! My goodness. Sabi niya, in the Philippines, most of the lawyers are used to dilatory tactics. Ikaw lang! Ano ba yung dilatory tactics, mga kabatas natin? Yan yung pariset ng pariset. Dito, mga kabatas natin, hindi nga dilatory tactic yan eh. Bakit? Kasi nga, Nagbago ba yung calendar? Nagbago ba yung calendar nung nag-request sila na ma-inhibit yung mga judges? Hindi, di ba? Kasi nga, 6 months pang ikukulong si Digong. Paano naging dilatory tactic yan? Tapos sasabihin mo na dito sa Pilipinas,
most especially, most of the lawyers are used to dilatory tactics, and so you begin with the Philippines most especially.
Dilatory
No.
tactics.
Well, I would say this is par for the course. In the Philippines most especially, most of the lawyers are used to dilatory
ikaw
tactics.
lang. Ako hindi ako nagpapadelay. O yung mga si Tulfo siguro, pariset ng pariset. Oh. Akala mo kung sino magsalita rin ito. Nandamay pa nga di ba? Bimak maasin.
Tactics, and so you begin with assailing the integrity, the judges themselves. If you cannot push through with that, then you proceed with trial on the merits. In the case before the ICC,
So, ibig mo sinasabi mo, lahat ng inhibition, motion for inhibition, dilatory tactic? Ewan ko ba sa abogadong ito? Nandadamay ka pa.
there is plenty of time as per schedule. So according to the court's own rules, the confirmation of charges should happen
Pero sabi niya, sabi ni Kaufman, ano ka naman daw? Daldalera ka lang. Assistant to counsel ang tawag sa'yo, ICC assistant to counsel, pero hindi ka naman pinapa-appear doon.
within 4 to 6 months after the initial hearing, and so it has been set for September. What we're seeing is we're clearly on track to proceed with discussion on the substance.
So walang dilatory tactic. Yung pagpa-file, hindi dilatory tactic kasi nga, hindi naman nabago yung court calendar. Ako sa'yo.
In September. As to this issue, over and done with. But I actually, to note, we're looking at the pre-trial chamber until September. But if this chamber of 3 judges, were to decide to proceed with the judges, but anyway, next year, they're
On trial, Attorney Conti.
for me,
Does this necessarily point to a full-blown trial, Attorney Conti?
yes.
Why?
We're hopeful that by September,
Pero ano bang silbi mo, Attorney Conti? Taga spokesperson ba siya? Hindi siya pwede mag-appear doon sa ICC, di ba?
court will be persuaded
Siya pa
which
rin
are
yung
actually
interview.
due to be submitted to the court today, to confirm the charges which are actually due to be submitted to the court today and hopefully unsealed so that we, as the public and the victims, can also look at what Duterte is specifically being charged with. The evidence that has been submitted
Isipin mo, nakakulong ka na. Ito, tignan nyo.
today and hopefully to confirm the charges needed to open charges against Duterte, or to open trial rather, to confirm the charges which are
Ayun sa
actually
confirmation
due
of
to be submitted to the
charges
court
pa lang,
today
mga basta
and
natin.
hopefully unsealed so that we, as the public and the victims, can also look at what Duterte is specifically being charged with. The evidence that has been submitted is certainly voluminous. The prosecution submitted up to 11 batches of evidence.
Oh, voluminous daw. Oh, so sino nagsasabi ng totoo? Yung walang ebidensya na sinabi ni Remulla at sinabi ni Attorney Claire Castro o si Attorney Conti? Sabi ni Mang Rene, ano ba ang role ni Attorney Conti kasi meron sariling prosecution team ang ICC. Saling kit-kit lang yung si Conti. Hindi pa nga saling kit-kit, hindi pa nga kasali eh. Shoutcaster siguro to. Self-proclaimed assistant ko no. Ano yung ano yun? Sabi nila Remulla, wala daw ebidensya. Ika sabi voluminous.
And hopefully unsealed so that we with the evidence that has been submitted is certainly voluminous. The prosecution submitted up to 11 batches of evidence. And
11 batches. Pag 11 batches ba, voluminous na agad? Paano pag tigi-isa lang yung per batch? Di 10 ebidensya lang yun. Ewan ko sa'yo.
That is more likely to convince the judges who are sitting now in the pretrial chamber 1 to open trial against Duterte.
Let's go into that right now. General disclosure deadline that has come and gone, that was slated to happen July 1, 2025. As you mentioned, 11th tranche of evidence already submitted. And this does not necessarily mean, or does this necessarily mean that this is the last tranche, because the investigation is still ongoing, Attorney Conti?
There could be additional tranches of evidence required to be transmitted during the trial stage, especially for
Hindi ko talaga maintindihan ito kasi andun ako, hindi rin sangayon yung mga sinasabi niya kahit doon sa mga ICC prosecutors. Tapos pati yung sinasabi nila Secretary Remulla, iba-iba rin
evidence that is newly discovered or new witnesses who may have come forward during the trial stage. At this point, the transmission of evidence is only as to confirmation of charges hearing, which would meet the quantum of evidence is the reasonable basis to proceed with trial. During trial, the quantum of evidence is this person guilty beyond reasonable doubt? And because of
Kasi criminal case, di ba? Kaya guilt beyond reasonable doubt. So saan nyo kinuha yung mga ebidensya nyo na ilang tranches? Kapag wala namang ebidensya na nakuha dito sa Pilipinas, saan galing yan? Saan galing yan?
of the change in the quantum of evidence, necessarily there will be more evidence to present during trial.
In the history of the ICC, though, Attorney Conti, when you look at the tranches of evidence presented in this stage, how would you position the case of the former president Rodrigo Roa Duterte? Is this voluminous by ICC standards, or is this run of the mill?
Well, we cannot compare exactly one case to another, but what I would like to focus on would be first the volume of evidence that the prosecution has received. As it turns out, it's maybe about half of that evidence. So there are other evidence that the prosecution has not processed, but half of that evidence they have processed and transmitted to the defense. There's a categorization as to the documents that they need to forward.
Di ba isipin mo, no? Parang ganito kabulok yung ICC na yan. Yung makakasuhan ka na, tapos tatakbo yung kaso mo, nakakulong ka na, pero hindi pa napaprocess yung evidence laban sa'yo. Di ba? My goodness. Tapos pagpunta mo doon, pag kinulong ka na, doon i-confirm yung kaso sa'yo.
Or evidence that they need to submit. And there's one category called exculpatory evidence. Of the tranches of or batches of evidence that have been submitted, there were only 4 sets of evidence that were termed as exculpatory. And out of so many tranches of evidence, then obviously, as it seems, the investigation clearly points to the guilt of President Duterte.
So, ibig sabihin may ebidensya. Sabi niya daw, yung mga ebidensya na pinapawalang sala itong si Digong.
Sorry.
Oh,
And
ganyan.
sets of evidence that were batches of evidence that have been submitted, there were only 4
Or lang daw.
sets of evidence
Sets
that
of
were termed
evidence.
as exculpatory.
Yung exculpatory or nagpapawalang sala kay Digong, 4 sets lang ng evidence. Sa kanila daw, 11 sets.
And out of so many tranches of evidence, then obviously, as it seems, the investigation clearly points to the guilt of President Duterte.
Di ba? Hindi mo pa nakikita yung ebidensya. Clearly, dahil lang daw sa mas marami yung ebidensya. Ito kasi rin i-post mga kabatas natin ni Prince, ikaw na pala ito. Mga kabatas natin, itong title niya dito, 1,000 plus sheet ebidensya ng nasa ICC ngayon, July 4, 2025. DCC ng ICC ilalabas na anytime, sabi niya. Isipin mo, hindi mo, paramihan lang. Oy, 4 sa inyo. Sa amin, 11. Panalo kami. Ganon mag-assess ng evidence itong si Attorney Conti. Tignan niyo, oh.
As exculpatory. And out of so many tranches of evidence, then obviously, as it seems, the investigation clearly points to the guilt of President Duterte.
Diba? Guilt. Nagpapunto na daw sa guilt niya kasi 4 lang yung sa inyo, 11 yung sa amin. So kung ano, ganun ba sa korte? Paramihan ng ebidensya, hindi pabigatan.
There's another update from the ICC, as you know, Attorney Condi, and it's that the defense wants to, put their own answer to the interim release, saying that it would like to submit the report coming from the Senate on the former president's arrest. And we all know what happened during the hearing.
Ipapasok nung defense yung investigasyon ni Amy Marcos doon sa sa ICC para doon sa kanyang interim release.
And the result of that hearing, what is this?
Sabi ni Mang Rene sa kaya, parang kay Sara, 16 daw abogado dahil guilty. Yung sabi niya, law firm yun eh. Di ba? Hindi naman porke hindi naman porke madaming abogado, guilty na, law firm yun. Oh. Sabi ni Marvin dyan, unsubscribe na ako sa'yo kasi balimbing ka, Filipinos love senator. Marvin! Hello! Marvin! Knock-knock! Risanatic na risanatic. Huwag kang mag-unsubscribe. Huwag. Mamamatay ako. Huwag. Mawawalan ng saysay. Yung aking channel, pag nag-unsubscribe ka, Marvin dyan, parang awa mo na. Mga kabatas natin, nag-unsubscribe na si Marvin dyan. Wala na tayong live stream bukas at sa mga susunod na araw. Wala nang silbi ang batas natin. Mga kabatas natin, nag-unsubscribe na si Marvin dyan. Kasalanan ba namin na kami ang nagsilbi na competent judicial authority? Mali ba na kami ay nagsilbi bilang competent judicial authority? Nakakalungkot. That's fixed. Nag-unsubscribe si Marvin dyan. Recall, paano na yan? Mga mods! Wala na si Marvin dyan! Nawalan na ng purpose ang batas natin. Ay, Gusti. Okay na yun, okay na yun. Happy na tayo ulit. Pakay ko sa'yo, Marvin dyan. My goodness. Sabi ko, alam mo Marvin dyan, sabihin mo kay Risa Contevero sa Risanatic na Marvin dyan, sabihin mo, mag-hire siya ng vloggers niya. Kasi nga, wala nang trabaho yung mga vloggers dati ni Rafi Tulfo. Tingnan nyo, hindi na sila nagko-content ng Rafi Tulfo bigla. Kasi wala nang trabaho. Okay? I-hire niya yung mga yon. Meron pa naman dilawan dun na isa, solid. Let's go. Tuloy natin.
Tally, Attorney Condi.
Well, it tells me that the defense really wants this interim release request, and they're focusing on this interim release. Well, it tells me that the defense really wants this interim release.
Hindi yata eh. I don't think they really want that, Attorney Conti. Di ba? Ayaw nila yan, kunwari lang. Kunwari lang na nag-file sila ng motion para sa interim release. Pero ayaw talaga nila yan. Ang talino nitong si Attorney Conti, no? Nalaman niya pa na they really want this interim release. Isipin mo, nag-file lang sila ng motion para sa interim release. Nasabi niya na they really want this interim release. My goodness. Genius. My goodness. GB prank lang yun. Prank lang ba yung interim release na yan? Na gusto nila yung interim release? Hindi daw, they really want daw. Ang talino naman nito. Paano niya nalaman yun? My goodness.
What happened during the hearing,
At the
result of that hearing, what does this tell you, Attorney Conti?
Well, it tells me that the feds really want this interim release request, and they're focusing on irregularities in
Nako. Tapos interview pa kayo ng interview dito.
the arrest as basis to support the interim release. If we were to go back to the issue of interim release, actually, the main question is: do you need interim release? And for that, you would need
The question is, do you need interim release? Ha? Yung ba ang yung ba ang ano doon ba, titignan doon? Kung kailangan mo ba talaga yung interim release? O kung karapat dapat siya sa interim release? Di ba? Titignan ba yun kung kailangan niya o kung karapat dapat na magkaroon ng interim release? Ewan ko sa'yo.
to support your age, your physical condition, your health condition, etc. But with this sort of rehashing of the quote-unquote kidnapping narrative,
Kayo yung nagsabi noon, yung kidnapping. Ang naglabas ng kidnapping narrative, Attorney Conti, yung mga prosecutor. Hindi mo rin sinusundan no? Oh my goodness. Sabi ni No Nonsense, I'll go further, Attorney Conti. Ito hypothesis ko lang. Maybe they want Digong acquitted. There, I said it. Mind blown. Hindi ka rin hindi ka rin nakikinig Di ba? Ay, nako. Ang naglabas nung kidnapping na angle, yung prosecution. Hindi yung defense. Di informed. Di ba? Hindi informed. Ang pinakabasehan ng kanilang interim release, yung humanitarian reasons. Ewan ko sa'yo.
questioning the legitimacy of the arrest, the defense seems to be arguing the other issue of lack of jurisdiction of the court. And so the
Hindi ka talaga updated. So, lack of jurisdiction ng court ang kanilang, alam nyo, katangahan din naman sa korte dito sa Pilipinas din, na mag-argue ka ng lack of jurisdiction tapos hingi ka ng bail. Ano mangyayari dun? Iisipin talaga ng korte na flight risk ka. Bakit? Naniniwala kang walang jurisdiction yung korte, di ba? Ngayon, kung naniniwala kang walang jurisdiction yung korte, lahat ng mga terms and conditions ng release mo for bail o kaya interim release, may chance na hindi mo susundan. Kasi nga, you deny jurisdiction of the court. It is very stupid to argue lack of jurisdiction in bail. Di ba? Ang argument sa bail, kung you are entitled to it or not. Ngayon ko. No wonder Attorney Kaufman is so annoyed with this lady. Ano nga daw? Karma in the morning. Di ba? Why will you argue? Why will you argue? Sasabi mo wala kang jurisdiction kaya i-grant mo yung bail ko. Hindi ba sa motion to dismiss mo gagawin yun, hindi sa granting ng bail? Ewan ko sa inyo. Hindi ka pipigilan, hindi ka papayagan na ng korte. My goodness. Come in the morning.
There seems to be a little bit of melding of the two preliminary issues and at present, that of the interim release, which
Intindihan yung mga argumento na lumalabas.
should just focus on why do I need to be released now? Perhaps physical situation, medical conditions. But
Hindi
then
naman yung ginagawa nila, hindi naman nila ina-argue doon sa bail yung jurisdiction.
the other aspect of permanent release asks for permanent release because the court has no jurisdiction. So there's a little bit of melding, and I think the defense has to focus on its requests at present.
Invento mo lang yun. Permanent release, dismissal ng case yun. Saan niya kinukuha yun? O baka ako naman ang hindi nakakaintindi. Hindi ko yata nahanap o nakita yung argumento ng defense na sinasabi nilang i-release nyo kami on bail or interim release dahil wala kayong jurisdiction.
Because the alleged
Sabi ni Juan Rafael Garcia, audience dito puro kadiri. Kadiring DDS, yak kadiri ka rin, Juan Rafael Garcia. Enabled by Attorney Libayan sa bagay, views and content nga naman. Ba't di ka makipag-argue sa akin kung mali yung sinasabi ko? Di ba? Bakit DDS na naman yung usapan natin dito? Oh my goodness. Wala kayong argumento tapos ang kadiri pa yung mga nakikipag-argumento.
irregularities in the arrest of the former president, to your mind, has nothing to do with why they should ask for an interim release
In
of
a
the
sense,
former president.
O, totoo naman! Nag-i-invento si Attorney Conte dito.
Sense, yes, but well, the prosecution and the defense actually made an issue of that because
no, the prosecution, hindi niya talaga naiintindihan. It's the prosecution who made an issue of that. Hindi rin yung defense yung nagsasabi ng lack of jurisdiction na yun. It's the prosecution. Sa'yo. Hindi mo maintindihan yung mga nangyayari.
in turn, the prosecution says that this person will not surrender himself voluntarily or come to the court when called after interim release because he precisely questions the legitimacy of the arrest, the legitimacy of the court. And so
Ang nagko-question dyan yung prosecution lang. Ang nag-raise dyan yung prosecution lang, hindi yung defense. Ew.
the counter argument is, well, it's because you have no jurisdiction. And so goes the problem of, is this a question of interim release or a question of jurisdiction?
Kung nakuha yun, is this a question of interim release or a question of jurisdiction? Of course, it's a question of interim release because that is the motion. Ang naglalabas nung kabila tungkol sa jurisdiction at saka tungkol sa kidnapping yung prosecution. Pero the motion is for interim release. Hindi mo rin naiintindihan eh.
All right. The last time we talked, Attorney Conte, I remember you giving me 2 dates. That's July 1st, the deadline of the general disclosure, and then July 4. What's supposed to happen July 4th, Hague time?
The submission of the document containing the charges in the Philippines.
Huwag na yan, mga kabatas natin. Parang iba-iba naman yung sinasabi niya. Maraming salamat mga kabatas natin. At syempre, tulad na lagi sinasabi, matulog po tayo na maimbing dahil alam natin na natutulog na maimbing Siya yung laging panalo. Walang Reasonatics dito, di ba? Paalam po pansamantala. Yung link dyan sa live comment section.